So this is Carson. I'll be doing my business model canvas video on Volexity, and this is for Professor Boyer's tech entrepreneurship class. First up, we'll take a look at the business model canvas. So starting on the right and working our way over to the left. So Volexity's main customer segments span kind of a lot of different areas, different industries. Some of the main players are some financial services companies, obviously tech companies, a lot of companies in the defense industry, so contractors or like DoD, law enforcement as well, insurance companies, also media and telecom companies, some manufacturing as well, and then really anyone who's can be a target for any cyber attacks, and that obviously includes government agencies and NGOs as well. So how does Volexity actually build their customer relationships? Kind of one of the main things is that they've been they're kind of the progenitors of this open source project called Volatility that even predates the company itself, the Volexity that is. And that's really helped create awareness with their user base and potential users that aren't currently, that helps kind of draw them in to the company's ecosystem. And really what they focus on is product-led revenue growth. So they believe in just letting the product kind of speak for itself, and so developing a real quality product, and that will bring in more business and more customers and generate higher customer satisfaction as well. So going along with that, the channels they use to reach their customers is primarily content-based marketing. So what they do is they do a lot of research in their sort of area of expertise. They give talks and also do blog posts online as well. What they don't do is sort of traditional paid advertising like Google or Facebook ads. So their value proposition is really to be the leader in memory forensics. They have some of the earliest sort of proponents of this approach to security, and therefore that allows them to be a little bit ahead of the game, ahead of the ball game, especially when it comes to competitors as well. They also make sure to talk to customers, include their feedback in the process, and going along with that, they want to make support available for their paying customers to be able to assist them with whatever may be needed. And finally, they really focus on offering what other companies do, but kind of combining that all into one place. So the analogy that Nick used was sort of at a TSA or airport checkpoint. So you want to know what a bad actor knows, what they said and will say, what they did and will do, and what they have had and will have. So some of their key activities, Nick talked about the importance of being creative with hiring and also retention, which is important to limiting turnover. Also, like I mentioned, getting feedback from their users, and that goes along with sort of putting out an MVP or shipping a project as is, even though it may be imperfect, and then rapidly iterating and beginning to improve based on test usage and feedback from users. Some of their key resources, they really strive to have the subject matter experts, as well as hiring what Nick calls alpha engineers, so really quality people working for the company that are experts in their field. So quality people will produce quality products. And then key partnerships. Nick also talked about the importance of consulting with representatives on the domestic side, whether that be government or private, I do not remember, on some issues surrounding their foreign deals, who they sell to. And also, this isn't maybe a direct partnership, but someone certainly that they play off of are the big operating systems. And so when those guys ship updates, things like that, or come out with a new new version, that kind of builds into their model of planned obsolescence, which means the product that you're paying for will likely only be good for a certain number of years before you are basically required to renew and re-up for the new version of the product. So kind of the four prongs of the revenue stream of Volexity are their monitoring services, software sales, that would be their main product, which is Volcano. It's the paid companion to Volatility. And so those are the two main ones, and then smaller ones would be in their consulting sphere and also doing trainings. And finally, their cost structure is sort of, it's like an untraditional freemium. And so they have, like I said, their open source product, which is Volatility, which some people do just sort of fork that and maybe build it up a little and use. And then they also have their paid version in-house and in company, which is Volcano. And along with that, they really focus on annually recurring revenue models. So the ability to keep generating revenue is really important for them. Now let's look at Volexity's value proposition design. So, what are some customer jobs? What do they want to really do? So they want to build a business, especially in today's age of that's capable of weathering a variety of attacks, virtual attacks, or maybe if an attack has already happened, uncovering the source of that, patching any vulnerabilities, and also just increasing their general knowledge in the arena. Some of their pains are just the vulnerabilities that they have, and obviously getting hacked and whatever um, bad things that can come with that, leaked information, compromised customer info, things like that. So what are some pain relievers that Volexity provides? They will do an analysis of your systems, kind of an appraisal of sorts. They also sell their Volcano software, which is sort of their flagship program, growing at the fastest rate as well in terms of revenue. And they will detect intrusions. So their products and services, same thing, that four-pronged model of software, kind of on the top right now. Second to monitoring, and then consulting and training in a lesser capacity. And some game creators for Volexity are training the users on the technology and the product. And these trainings also allow them to really interface with the customer and meet with them in person, and also support team that's readily available. And some gains on the customer side is increased security, awareness of their weak points, peace of mind, and just a better understanding of security. One observation I thought was interesting was just Volexity's need to navigate sort of geopolitical realities when completing deals with foreign entities, and make sure to be doing that in an ethical manner. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.